how can I be overreacting, screamed Bryan Johnson, when I'm literally the most measured man in human history? Bryan was astounded by his own wordplay, where in this case, measured referred to both his restrained demeanor and his well-known world record of having tested over 1.5 billion biomarkers for the purpose of maximizing his lifespan. Such impressive wordplay, despite his agitated state and the crying woman standing in front of him, was probably due to the changes he'd recently made to his post-breakfast smoothie, where he'd added an additional 250 milligrams of ashwagandha in order to optimize his 9:45 to 11 a.m. work window, the same smoothie which was, ironically, the reason he was screaming at his assistant in the first place. "We have very clear procedures for this," said Bryan, beginning to calm himself as he didn't want to overspike his cortisol, and also because the 90-second window he had allotted for firing her was now coming to an end. When there are less than 4 bottles of olive oil remaining, you restock 4 more. The fact that we've run out completely is unacceptable. Do you expect me to squeeze my own olives or something? Or maybe I should just start drinking milkshakes from McDonald's. "I didn't mean overreacting," said the young woman, sniffling through tears. "I just meant that I could run out and get more. I can be back in like 10 minutes. "The post-breakfast window has passed," sighed Bryan, "and has been passed for 3 whole minutes. Add in 10 more minutes to get to the warehouse and back, another 4 for preparation, and we're looking at 17 minutes late. It's very clear you don't at all understand what we're doing here." "I do understand, I do," pleaded the young woman. "It's not just about my health and longevity," said Bryan, "but about humanity at large. Think of the children, the ones who won't even be born for another 400 years, the children who, if we're successful here and now, will live in a world which has never known death. And you, forgetting to stock more olive oil, in a way, you're killing them." Bryan's Apple Watch beeped, alerting him that the 90 seconds had elapsed. "So then," he said, wrapping things up, "Yana will help you with your exit paperwork and make sure you get your final check." Yana descended, holding an iPad loaded up with legal documents, offering 1 month's severance pay alongside several not-so-veiled threats were she to violate her NDA. "Please wait," said the young woman as Bryan began to leave. "I need this." "And now you're making me late for my 9 a.m. Vegas nerve stimulation," said Bryan, "which is something you should be reminding me of and not the other way around." Yana held up the iPad, gesturing for the woman's e-signature. "And don't tell me you need this. We all know your father sold Pen.io to Alphabet for $49 million. As Bryan laid back onto the padded mat and closed his eyes, he wondered if he had been too harsh. She had otherwise been an okay assistant, especially when it came to managing posts across his various social media accounts. Maybe I should have given her another chance, he thought, or at least not made her cry. "You did what was necessary," said a gentle voice from the beyond. The electrode attached to Bryan's ear was beginning to pulse, lowering his heart rate, his cortisol, and overall sending him into a more relaxed state. It was in these states that Bryan found himself able to manifest representations, or perhaps they were more like apparitions, of human-like entities from the 25th century. "Society here is thriving," said a young boy, emerging from the darkness. He had flawless porcelain skin and the toned body of an athletic 14-year-old, but Bryan knew from previous conversations that the boy had just turned 60. "My father is going on 321. With any luck, he'll make it to 10,000, and it's all thanks to you." "You're right," said Bryan, a wave of calm washing over him. "She just wasn't a good fit. Now I'll find someone who appreciates what I'm fighting for, because you and I know this goes far beyond olive oil." "If only you were here now," said the young boy. "You wouldn't have to look hard for help. Your protocols are being taught to every school child alongside reading and arithmetic, and your smoothie is how we begin each day here in the 25th century." The young boy produced a bottle of olive oil and handed it to Bryan, who was astonished when he noticed the label. "Is that my brand?" "They are all your brands, Bryan." The young boy waved his hand, and the darkness behind him parted to reveal a glistening megacity that sprawled as far as the eye could see. In store after store after store, every food item and every supplement, they are all your brands.